about to go live. Oh, we are live.
So there's that.
There's that. It's about
That was
to go.
a great opening, by the
Oh my
way.
gosh.
It's about to get started, you guys. Welcome to Fired Up Thursday. Today's reason, fuel for your mindset, fire for your soul, and purpose for your path. And we're about to go ahead and get this started. Hope you guys get in here, share all that good stuff, because y'all know what to do, and follow us, man. We need y'all love. We need y'all love. So we about to go ahead and get started in 5, 4, 3, 2. You know how I am with my count. I really suck with it. But anyway, with this, and let's go. We're back. Fired Up Broadcasting, y'all. Welcome to Fired Up Broadcasting, y'all, where passion gets louder, purpose gets clearer, and today's reason is here to speak, to spark something in you. Let's get into it. It's your boy Fuel in the house. Who else we got here?
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Coach G in the house.
Coach G is in the house, y'all. We got a special guest here, too. It's going to be live. It's going to be lit. He's got stories for us, man. So I'm going to introduce him in a second here as soon as I get my little fingers together.
And stuff together.
I know. As soon as I get my stuff together, y'all know how I do. I'm just really just stalling times for y'all to come in. That's all. That's all I'm doing. You know what I mean?
And you're great at it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thanks. All right, but actually, man, we're going to go ahead and get started. So he left Texas for California chasing a dream and ended up homeless, sleeping in his car, drowning in alcohol and addiction. Then an 85-year-old landlord named Elain changed everything. She didn't just give him a room, she gave him a reason to rise. Now sober, viral, and on a mission, Brian built Crab Crew Life to prove that no matter how deep you've dug your hole, you can claw your way back. So welcome, y'all. Give me some love for my man Brian's in the house.
Thank you.
That's what's up.
I can get used to that.
Yeah.
I can get I like that.
Feels good.
I tried to do my best on that introduction, man.
That was well done.
That's what's up. All right, man. But let's get into it, Brian. I mean, because your story is somewhat. I'm related. You know, I relate to your story because I kind of been through some of the things that you have been through, or whatever, and that's one of the reasons when we contact each other, where I was like, oh yeah, he's perfect because I know exactly where he's talking about and where he's coming from. Mm-hmm. You know, so let's go ahead and start it off, man. Is your story of getting actually to the point where you are now with your new business.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
All right.
I'm excited about it.
So yeah, let's go ahead and start off with basically. I mean, I understood you was homeless at the beginning.
Yes.
And then, so how did all of that come apart?
Well, it started as a dream to move to California when I was really young. MTV had just come out, and I was seeing all these rock stars. The first one was Quiet Riot, Beg Your Head, and I just heard that guitar sound and just that music. And I told my dad immediately that I wanted to be a rock star. I was young, like 7 or 8 maybe. Mm-hmm. And he told me it was a pipe dream and I would never make it. It was 1 in a million and I would never make it.
Oh yeah, we've all heard that.
Yeah. That planted the seed, man. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't until 42 that I moved out here, but I struggled with drugs and alcohol my entire life. From the time that I was 13 is when I had my first drink. It wasn't until high school that when it started the high school partying, just going to your normal high school party and drinking. Well, I never just did a little bit of drinking or a little bit of drugs. It took over really quickly. Mm-hmm. It allowed me when I took the first drink at 13 at my aunt and uncle's party. I'd been sent to my aunt and uncle's to live because I was getting too much trouble. My parents had got a divorce and I just kind of went really wild. And that first drink, man, I could breathe. Mm-hmm. Like life was always super loud and chaotic for me, like emotion wise.
Right.
I grew up in a wonderful, amazing family, but it was internally, I struggled with, it was just too much. So when I drank that first beer, like I remember being able to breathe, and like I didn't know what happened. I didn't know what it was. I just knew that. So when I started, going to the parties in the 9th grade, that's what really broke just me into this guy.
Yeah.
And so fast forward, I always wanted to move out here, man, just because I just had this dream to do something with my life, to play music or do something. I got a degree in audio and video production from the Art Institute of Dallas, and was in a really toxic relationship, and she ended up going to jail. And I was like, all right, if I'm going to do something, I got to do it now.
Right.
And so I sat at home, and I had a brand new notebook, a brand new spiral notebook. And I wrote everything that I could possibly think of that I had to do to be able to get here.
Right.
Money, gas, how much is the U-Haul going to cost? How much is the storage going to cost? Why I can't put everything in my car and drive to California. So, I mean, everything. Right. And it was front and back. It was like, I don't know, 28 or 29 items that I had to get done. And I had wrote all the way around it, California needs you, California awaits you, California needs you, California awaits you. And every day for a year, I just worked at something on that list. Some days I would get 2 or 3 things done, and then other days it would go months of me just falling backwards.
Right.
And I got out here finally and went straight to Venice. And of all the
Venice,
all the partying and
all the
wild
places,
stuff that I've done in my life.
Yeah.
I mean, and I have lived through things that I should not have lived through. I mean, I've done some crazy wild things, but nothing could have prepared me for
Venice. Right. I've had that surprise.
Dude, it was so insane. But it ended up going into a very scary and unsafe place, because I took the partying. I'm in LA now.
Right.
I've wanted to be here my entire life. I'm finally in Los Angeles, California.
Right.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Right.
And I pushed it as far as I could push it until it got scary.
Right.
That I'd met a friend about a year before all of this that lived in Venice, and he was doing some stuff with music production. And so we got a house together, and both of us were using really hard, and my drinking was pretty out of control too. And so it became like a volatile situation. So I left the house, and I'd gotten to know some homeless people that I was getting certain things from, and stayed in a hostel for a while during the winter. And then right towards the end of the winter, when summer was coming up, the prices just went through the roof, and I couldn't afford it anymore. So now I've spent every dollar that I'd saved up. Dude, I've got like nothing left.
Right.
And I started sleeping in my car. But before the car thing happened, while I was at the hostel, these a couple of guys came in from Colorado, and I'd hung out with them that weekend. When they were leaving, they were like, hey, dude, you need a tent? I was like, why would I know I don't need a tent? And they're like, well, we can't take it back with us on the plane, so I need to leave it here. And I was like, well, I don't need a tent, but you know what, I'll take it.
Right.
Turns out it was an 8-man tent with Bluetooth radio and lights all the way around it, right? I put it in my storage in Venice, right? Which I was about to lose because I didn't have any more money. And so next thing I know, I'm pulling that tent out because I needed it.
Right.
And I didn't have any money to put gas in my car to keep it going half the time. And my parents, stopped giving me money. And then, I moved here during COVID.
Wow.
Yeah, when I was coming here, there was nobody on the highway.
So you haven't been here that long then?
No, just since 2020.
Oh, wow. See, for some reason, I don't know why I thought. I guess because I've been here for so long.
Yeah, no, 2020.
2 lifetimes for you. I
mean, and I relate. I mean, it's funny how, I've had just a similar story as well. You know what I mean? To the point where I struggled getting here, and my whole thing was the acting part. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I was like homeless the first 3 months, of course, until a homeless guy helped me, you know what I mean? That type of thing. And I've told them the story pretty much, on my show. But that's why I say I relate to it. But for some reason, I don't know why I thought it was there even longer.
Yeah,
but this is just recent, man.
Yes, sir.
So yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And then I understood too that you're sober now. And how many days we at now?
942.
942, man.
2 years.
Let me give you some love, man. Let me give you some love.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you so much.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, thank you. 2 years, 6 months, and 30 days today.
So, where's you? I don't want to. No, you said I could ask you anything.
Anything goes.
Almost anything.
Yeah.
Almost. No, I didn't say. I didn't know almost.
Almost
Throw it out
anything.
there, dude. I don't mind answering anything for real. It's real life, so I don't.
It is real life, and that's what I like about you too. You know, your personality. You know, you're being real and upfront, and I think our audience, need to see, more people like us or whatever that's basically real and not shattering things or covering things up or whatever, because they might have gone through it or whatever.
Exactly.
And need to hear a story of someone's success and someone knowing that it can work, it can happen, whatever.
Right.
So I guess my question was like, what was the things that you were hooked on, coming up? I know you did my alcohol, of course.
Methamphetamine. Well, it started with drinking and marijuana when I was in 5th or the 9th grade. But it went to cocaine, it went to Xanax, Vicodin, acid, mushrooms, ecstasy, all of it. Then heroin in the 10th, going into the 11th grade. I started doing heroin, and that became my number one favorite drug. That was the first time I went to rehab, was right out of my senior year, maybe even because I dropped out my senior year. So it might have been, maybe right after my senior year, my first rehab for heroin. And then, but when I moved here, I'd stopped doing heroin when I was 22, the last rehab that I was in for it.
Man, it's a blessing that you're still with us. It's a blessing, man.
Because
that's hard.
Besides it being a greater power than myself, there's no reason why.
Absolutely.
There's no reason why it should be. 3 of my best friends died of heroin overdoses, and we would leave. Like, I can still hear their mothers' voices screaming in my head.
Yeah.
And we went right back out to downtown Fort Worth and got more heroin just to celebrate. Dude, I was literally this big around.
Yeah.
It was gross, man. I was bad shape. When I moved out here, I like I said, I stopped doing that. I think I was 22 the last time I did heroin. But the pills and everything else never stopped. The meth and crack. I was a bad crack addict for a while. Dude,
I've been through it.
My hair was down to here. My whole face was pierced up, dude. And I was, man.
Never know about
driving around the deepest, darkest parts of Fort Worth, man. We used to call it Dog City. And I was running up to these crack houses, getting little caps of heroin and crack rocks, and getting on my motorcycle and flying back to work in an hour lunch break. I mean, I was.
Yeah,
it was bad.
And it's, because I know there's sometimes triggers, you know what I mean? And being sober for as long as you have you had to do a certain you're the coach, you're the GM. Help me out here.
Are you looking at certain strategies, certain patterns that he needs to do, new habits to kind of stay on track?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Absolutely. Like, I had to disassociate myself from everything and everyone and every person, place, or thing that I knew. Like, I literally did this on my own. I didn't have any help. I tried to get help, and I tried to take myself into a rehab. It was a sober living home in Santa Ana. And within 3 days, there were people relapsing in front of me.
Oh, wow.
And so here I am trying to get help, because when I made the decision to do it, I went all in with myself. And
right.
I don't mind sharing that story if you want, but I had to literally, and I'm still the same way. Like, I keep a very, very small circle of people around me. And that's Elain, my dog, and one other person that I'm friends with in Huntington Beach. And really that's it. I just don't surround myself with anybody anymore that can disrupt my peace, my energy, and my joy, my gratitude for life.
Absolutely.
But it took a lot, man. It was the best decision I ever made, and the hardest decision I ever made in my life too.
So that's a good thing for people, and for you listeners that's listening, is to disassociate yourself with those in that type of atmosphere, that type of circle. Even though even with me as although I didn't drink a lot or whatever, but in order for me to even stop, I had to get away from
the people.
Just get away from people, especially when it's not benefiting you, it's not good for you and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I most definitely understand that.
Well, they say change, your playground and your playpen or whatever, but seriously, that never worked.
Yeah,
me. You could drop me off in Mozambique. And I would find it. I would, drop me off anywhere with zero money and give me an hour.
Yeah.
And I promise you, I'll be just fine. I'm resourceful like that. Yeah, you couldn't. But the difference is when the day that I decided to get sober, it was. Do you want me to just share that story? You want me to tell you what happened?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Well, this is good because I was going to ask him for the decision point. Like there's just all this inspiration, right? You see things and you want that life and you think that would be great. And then, but there's a moment. There's a moment when you decide, and I'm dying to hear about the moment.
Yeah. So right before it happened too, this kind of popped in my brain the other day when I was talking about this with somebody else, is that I was like, I'd be walking down the street or at the grocery store and I would pass a guy or a girl, just whoever, and you can like see in their eyes that they weren't all sunk in and they weren't like just gross looking.
Right.
And they had kind of this glow to them. And I remember thinking to myself, God, I want that. I really would like that.
Right.
I wasn't ready, but I was like, man, one day I'm going to look like that.
So that was an inspiration.
Yeah,
right?
that was
That
kind of
your inspiration.
Exactly. But it wasn't an everlasting thought.
Right.
It just, I just remember thinking that. But I had, like I said, I tried to get sober and I just kept relapsing. I met a guy in a parking lot of Ralph's on my way home from work one night. I was just reeked of alcohol and probably hadn't slept since 82. And Motley Crue, Girls tour was the last time I think I slept.
Right.
The rest are just little naps. But my favorite car is a Lamborghini. Right. And so I'm walking out of this Ralph's and there's this beautiful blue and yellow Lamborghini. And I was like, oh my God. So I'm walking to my car and I just turned around and I said to this guy, I was an older gentleman, maybe 65, 66, something like that. And I said, that's a beautiful car, man. And he started telling me about it. And a few minutes into this conversation, he looks at me dead square in the eyes and says, it's a gift of my sobriety.
Wow. It triggered like, I want that.
Exactly. So then I started thinking, like, why did this guy just say this to me?
Yeah.
Well, probably because you could see that I was not in a good space. You can probably like, hey, I'm sober. You might want to think about it because you can have these things too.
Exactly.
And so that really sparked that first initial moment of me going, man, maybe I should try this. Because doing drugs and drinking, that's the only Brian I know. I don't know any other Brian. I don't know Brian Blackman except for that guy that's always in fight or flight mode and trying to, just be silly and goofy and make everybody laugh when I was dying on the inside.
Oh yeah.
But so it came down to I would get like a week relapse, 9 days relapse, and then one morning, which was 942 days ago today, I was brushing my teeth and I looked in the mirror, and for the first time in my life, that reflection back made me sick to my stomach.
Wow.
It was extremely unflattering.
Yeah.
It was scary. It was the first time that I've looked at myself and gone, ugh.
Yeah.
Like, I believe that we're all born with this light inside us. And at that moment, I didn't see much light left. I could like see the withering away, the distorted creation that came from something so beautiful that I had really worked hard on destroying. And so I've always been in fight or flight mode, and so all that was just taking its toll on me, But it was at that moment, all the chatter, the chaotic voices in my head, the shame, the guilt, the questions, the putting myself down, the thinking, is this possible? What am I going to do? Why have I been doing this? Just all of it the angel on one side, the devil on the other side, the voice in my heart, the voice in my spirit, and then the craziness that is my own brain.
Yeah.
Got so still and quiet. It's hard to put into words. Like, I don't even know how to describe the amount of quiet that my internal self just got out of nowhere. And I heard 4 words that rang out so loud in my entire spirit and body. And all I heard was, "You are worth it." And it was that moment that it's giving me chills. It was at that very moment that I knew that it was a power greater than myself,
right,
talking to me. Call it God, source, love, creator, Jesus. I don't care.
Right.
It's no difference to me. It was definitely outside of me, but it was in me.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
And when I heard those words, I believed it. I didn't question it. There was no.
It was fact.
Yeah.
It was hard facts, stone cold facts.
Yeah.
But for the first time, whether I'd ever heard that before or had like this little voice telling me that, you could do something so much greater, or you could be a better person, or you could just, have a better life if you get sober. All my other friends and family had told me this my whole life, but I never told myself that.
Right.
And it was at that moment that I decided I was going to go all in, and there was no questions asked. It wasn't, I believed it.
Right.
Like,
this was where you were going.
I literally believed it.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what changed.
Yeah.
That's what made me take this serious. And that guy that I met with the Lamborghini had told me about an AA meeting close to where I live. And so I showed up that morning at
Was that your first AA meeting?
Not ever.
Oh, okay. So you have been before.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Many of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Every rehab, every
yeah.
I've been to a lot of them. And here's the thing. I've seen it work. I used to just cringe at AA. But the thing is, I've seen too many people actually stay sober if they showed up every day.
Right.
I'm not saying they were all happy.
Right.
I'm not saying they were all making the best decisions or excited about their own life, but they were staying sober. So take the Lamborghini, take that guy, take my situation, take what just happened. And I was like, you know what? I need to go. I need help. Like, I need some kind of motivation that maybe I don't know where to step forward into. And so I went, and I remember like nobody obviously knew who I was. And I just kept looking around for that guy. His name was Barry, by the way. So Barry, thank you.
Thanks, Barry.
Yes, thank you, Barry.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting there and looking around for him, and I didn't see him. And a few people shared, and it got quiet. Nobody was going to say anything. And I remember exactly what seat I was sitting in, and I raised my hand, and what came out of my mouth was, "Hi, my name is Brian, and I'm an alcoholic addict, and I'm tired." I was in tears. I was just in tears, just started rolling down my face, man. I was just so tired. And I just kept going back. And I found that rehab, or that sober living home. It wasn't so much a rehab.
Right.
And I went there, and like I said, and within 3 days, people were relapsing in front of me. So I checked myself out, and then locked myself in my room for 30 days and went through the worst withdrawals I've ever had in my entire life. Like, bad.
Wow.
To the point where I was on my hands and knees clawing the carpet so hard that my fingertips and my toes were bruised. I was praying that God would just take me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, I was just like, please, like, take me. I can't do this.
Yeah.
I just kept going, man.
Man.
Just kept going.
Yeah. Whew, man. just the thought of what you've been through is it's mind-boggling for me. It's kind of like, and to see you get through it is, like you said, it's a blessing, and it's it doesn't matter whether, you believe in Christ or whatever, there's an inner self that basically got you through it. You know what I mean? And so I can definitely relate to that.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's so a lot of what we've been talking about over the last several weeks is attachment theory, and your need for survival, basically, right? And so I don't know if either of you have had the pleasure of reading the book by Gabor Mate, which is In the Realm of Hungry Ghosts, which really talks about addiction and how from the similarities to attachment theory are that your nervous system got relief, and you kind of said this, right? It got quiet when you had that first drink, or it got softer, right? Things changed for you. And we, from attachment theory standpoint, we do what we have to do to survive, to call, to manage through. And so his parallels, his thinking around this is that addiction comes from the need to survive from a nervous system standpoint.
Can confirm
Right?
and
Yeah.
will agree.
Yeah. And so you get stuck, right? You get that dopamine, like you just get stuck because we need to survive. That's what we have to do as humans. So it's such a touching story, such a beautiful story. And I look at it from a different perspective, just from, we all have I shouldn't say all. I mean, some people are fairly secure, but the majority of the population has some things, right? Some things that they could work on. And it just lands differently for different people, and it takes them down different paths. And I think it's such a beautiful thing that you found your way out. So go Brian. And Barry. Yeah, and Barry.
So what was the main turning point that basically made you feel that I'm getting through this, no matter what? It's going to,
Was it the mirror?
Yes. It was more so, I guess it was a combination of that reflection and seeing it for the first time. What my family
really seeing it.
What my family and friends have been seeing since I was 16, 15 years old. Because you could definitely tell the difference in who I'd become. Like by the time I was driving at 16 years old, that's, the coke started happening. So they were able to see this different, and not only my attitude, but my looks from a young age. But for me, it was just all I knew, right? So that reflection of truly seeing myself from a different light in that different perspective. And I truly believe that was, again, God, whatever you want to call it, showing me the truth. And that truth was, it was frightening.
Of course, it wasn't comfortable for you. It's not what you were used to.
Uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable. Great word for that situation. And the look in my eyes, I could just see the depleted. It was like a skeleton. Not that I was skinny, but it was just a shell of a human. But that mixed in with hearing that I was worth it so loud.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just, how you can start talking, and while you're talking, you hear something else in your head, like, okay, say this next, or I wonder what he's thinking. I wonder what is she looking at me right now? Or is she looking, all this stuff is going on, right? Yeah. When all of that shuts completely off and you hear something greater than yourself, dude, it scared me in a sense. Like it scared me in the most calmest way possible. Yeah. If those two can even coincide with one another.
I'm curious, Brian, like, because I love how you said that. Like, we hear these things and we have all these messages and all this stuff, and some of them are our own brain talking, right? But tell me if this resonates with you, but it feels like, in my experience, that when you hear a voice like that, when you hear something like that, it's your body that feels it.
Oh,
more than your brain. Like
this was not my brain. This was not my brain. This was my heart and my spirit. Every cell in my DNA.
Yeah.
And it was that same body. It's the same body, right? The same nervous system that created the addiction in the first place, right?
Exactly. Exactly. That is an interesting way of looking at that. The one that created it, in this perfect form, what we understand, that if it was created in love and in beauty and harmony to defile it in such a way, when you actually are shown that reflection of the damage that you've done and the darkness that was living inside me, it almost sent this like a wave of a rush over me that was, when you hear those waves crashing and there's nothing else going on, and it was just so peaceful and calm at the same time in a very frightened fight or flight mode body at the time. So that's all I've ever known is fight or flight mode.
Yeah.
So when this hit me, it was like getting
Weird.
hit by
Different.
weird is a great word for
Yeah,
it.
there's something different. Yeah,
I was like,
exactly.
I better do something quick.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It was like it was like a knock on the door.
Yeah.
Here's your opportunity.
Yeah. Speaking of knock on the door.
Are we doing something?
Yeah,
What's happening?
No.
Get in on this.
I mean, and I read that there was another main person that played a good role in your survival as well, by the name of Miss Elain. And I wanted to, because I wanted our audience to see this beautiful young lady that basically that helped you through it. So I did, pull the video, so our audience can see this.
Yeah.
This lady or whatever, and then we'll talk about it.
Roll the tape.
Roll it. No.
Roll it.
All right, you guys.
Which one did you pick?
It's always the question of the day.
Off my live, and Elaine called me and said that she was having a bad panic attack and she needed me to come home because she needed a hug. Let's go see if she can, if we can get her calmed down. Elaine?
I still can't find it. Spell it again for me. Okay, as in kangaroo. Alright, I'm looking under the wrong name. Alright, it's a K. Keenan, Dean Keenan. I got it. Alright, sweetie, thank you. Bye-bye.
Keenan, like my dog's name. You okay?
Well,
What's wrong?
well, honey, I've been having panic attacks. You don't understand.
I don't, you're right.
So what'll happen is all of a sudden, this horrible, hot feeling will just come over and overwhelm me.
Oh, you're looking beautiful. I'm loving this outfit.
Are you really?
Yeah, the pink necklace, the pink shirt, the pink pants. Elaine, the Pink Panther. You're all right, my friend.
Man,
Sweet.
I love that video. I actually really love that video. And it kind of gives me a little teary. You know what I'm saying? Because this sweet lady, and I read some of the comments where people was kind of trying to, I don't know, they was more so trying to bash on, like ignoring what her situation, what she was talking about or whatever, when actually your thing was to distract her from that. You know what I'm saying? And it was kind of like you're giving back, and people need to understand that sometimes you can give back, and not think that everything is all black and white, and being that she had been there for you all those times, and then you were able to recognize when something's going on with her, and I can make her happier, make her smile, which basically what you did. Man, kudos to you for that. You know what I mean? And yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, I get a little teary myself. Oh, man.
I didn't bring the tissues
I know,
today.
right?
Sorry, you're gonna have to use your
I'm
shirt.
sorry, man. But what did you think about that? Because I know you was getting a little backlash about it or whatever. What did you?
As I know her so well,
Right.
and she's been getting them for the last year, off and on, and I've learned how to take her out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I cut her off
Yes.
because she keeps going on about it, which makes it worse.
Yes. Yes.
Right. putting water on the
That's exactly what she's
fuel
doing.
on the flame or
That's
whatever.
exactly what she's doing.
Uh-huh.
And
Poor
so
thing.
at first I didn't know what to do. You know, I would just always ask her, "Where's your pills at?" You know, she'd go get her Xanax. But I started learning that because she loves bridge and she goes to bridge every single day. So when I started talking about, are you going to bridge today? Who's picking you up? And do I need to take you? And who's your partner today? Just anything that would take her brain
off of it
with easy questions that I knew she could answer quickly, snaps her out of it.
and put a smile on her face.
And it does. So I read it. It's hard for me to read a lot of the comments anymore because I just had to kind of
People
step
have
over.
thoughts, don't
Yeah,
they?
they do. People have opinions and they think they know exactly what the situation is or what
Right.
works for their family or their family
Exactly.
member is going to
Right.
work the same way, you know. And I appreciate it. I know they're just looking out for the best interest, but I'm there all day, every day. I know how she operates,
Exactly.
you know,
Exactly.
and but yeah, absolutely, people are going to be
I think the
people.
thing that I love about that is, yes, you were asking her questions, but what was really happening was the co-regulation, your calmness, your energy, your it was the way you were asking yes, they were questions she could answer, and that's great because it gives her mind something to think about, right? But what was happening from again back to the nervous system, because it's like everything to me, is that she was co-regulating with you, and that's what brings her down, right? She's like, I'm safe. I feel the safe energy. I'm safe here.
You know what's crazy about that is 942 days ago, if this situation would have happened,
Wouldn't have been the same. Yeah.
my energy would have been so distorted.
Yeah.
And again, back to that fight or flight
Mm-hmm.
mode of my nervous system not being regulated,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
right?
Mhm.
Probably would have made it even
Worse.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. So I love it that you see that from a different perspective. And it's really awesome that you brought up
Yeah.
the backlash a little bit because I don't mind talking about that. I understand that when I started putting myself out there on TikTok and then putting her out there, I've had plenty of backlash, but more so the comments about her and I's relationship in the story are way outweigh the crap.
And that's why I like to like sometimes social media gets it wrong, and probably a lot of times
Yeah.
they get it wrong when they don't know the true background, the true facts of what's going on, whatever the case may be, and I think even with your answer on there, handled it well. You know what I mean? It's kind of like
The one where I said, "Thank you for your help. I appreciate your."
Yeah. Instead of shut the hell up.
Yeah. No, but let's be
that's what
honest
you
about
want.
it. Let's be honest about it. I have lived a rough, crazy, wild, I don't give a attitude.
Right.
Mhm.
Do you want to know how hard it is for me to oh my God. Dude,
Right. Especially with the way
exactly. And that's where I become proud of myself in a different way.
Growth.
Because I see that growth.
Yeah.
I know the person.
Exactly.
The people that are on the outside see what they see now. They
Yeah.
didn't know the old
Exactly.
Brian. They
Right.
didn't know that. Say something again.
Mhm.
Do it one more time.
Right.
The changes that have been made internally, and that's been one of the hardest things about being on social media and throwing myself out there and the comments and the videos and the live streaming and
Right.
You put yourself out there and people are going to knock you down. They're going to try to knock you down to make themselves look better.
True.
But that's just part of it. You have to learn how to deal with that. And
True.
it has taken
Trust me, I know.
every bit of energy because so many people think they know the story of
exactly.
some other things that have happened, with my TikTok live streams, some other people in my life. They think that because they see me in the interaction on a daily basis that they don't know all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes. And,
Right.
So there's been a lot of lies and misunderstanding and stuff thrown out there. And people have made comments like, oh, you're just using this old lady for, it's just part of it. You have to, you have to take that.
Well, it's
And
always through their filter, right?
exactly.
But here's the good news. if they're commenting, good or bad,
Absolutely.
they're engaged.
100%.
Engaged.
So they are paying
100%.
attention. Famous
Oh,
or
yeah.
infamous, it doesn't matter. You're getting
Yeah,
you're getting attention, right?
That's true.
Absolutely.
So because if it really bothered them that much, they bow out. So there's a
True.
part of them that wants to be in
Exactly.
in your world.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
so it's okay.
So I just have to, learn to take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I know the truth. My
Is-
higher power knows the truth.
Exactly.
And that's how I roll these days. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't care.
I'm glad you're rolling like that these days. seriously, I am. I had another question on here. Sustaining sobriety. Now that you are like 2 years sober, what is the hardest part of staying built compared to the initial getting sober phase?
It's a great question. The only thing that comes up from time to time is walking downtown or being on one of my lives and getting off and riding my bike home, or being at a restaurant and seeing couples, friends, whatever, sitting at the bar and having a couple drinks and having a couple shots and having a good time in control. Right? They're not sloppy drunk. They're not sneaking off to go to the bathroom to smoke a bowl of methamphetamines while they're at a bar. I mean,
Right.
they're able to have fun. And sometimes I question, why can't I be that guy? Why? But it's just not me.
Right.
Like I can't. So once I learned and understood me and realized that I'm just not built that way.
Right.
I can't have one drink. I can't. It's just not.
Yeah. I feel I've had that. I've
can't
been there,
smoke one
done
rock.
that mentality. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
just had that. I've been there, done that. It ain't nothing to me no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And when I decided to get sober, when I say how almost literal this was, I took that Brian and I didn't dig a 6-foot deep hole.
Right.
I dug a 24-foot hole.
Yeah.
A 16-foot hole. And
Right.
I truly laid that Brian
That's
to
what's
rest.
up.
And I threw dirt over it, and then I rolled over it with a rolling machine, and then I put seeds on it, and I watered it, and I grew green grass and flowers and stuff over it.
Made something beautiful.
And I put a headstone over it.
Right.
Literally in my mind, that's what I had to do. I get asked all the time, so you're California sober? No.
I ain't heard of
Isn't it funny
California
that there's
sober.
a different definition? So
Yeah, some
That's
people
funny.
cannot drink and do anything else and still smoke pot, but like I said, I had to do it. I had to lay it all out there.
Yeah. Okay. So what time we got? We got time.
we're good.
I'm in no hurry. I'm chilling.
We're good. We've got.
I'm having a good
15
time.
minutes, yeah.
Did you go ahead?
I'm curious about, because you had said earlier that you keep your circle very small, which probably helps, right? With the whole whatever. When you were going through all this and you've made this decision, were there people, and I'm sure that there probably were, that were not in support of the new version of Brian, right? That were like, where's that old guy? We like him better.
Yeah.
Not old in age. I wasn't
No,
going
I
there,
got
but
you.
yeah,
I got you. In a sense, that like I had moved away from Texas, where everybody I knew was, and yes, I do have acquaintances out here, and I work with a lot of people that party and like to have a good time, because in that industry, it's like back to back, just going to show, and so everybody's staying up and drinking and whatever else. But when I moved in with Elain and got off the streets, the only people that I really talked to were the people that I got the drugs from. And then out of all the dark, scary, hopeless feeling moments in my addiction, the darkest it ever got, even the prison wasn't as dark as the prison I was living in when I moved in with Elain. Because now I had a roof over my head. There's one less thing I had to worry about. I was so tired and weary and just needed a place where I could stretch my legs out and lay in a bed and not in my car,
Yeah.
So it took a really nasty turn, and I secluded myself. Like I was really lonely. And so, but Yeah, there's a few people that even when I go back to work, sometimes this guy pointed out the other day, he was like, dude, it's so weird seeing you like this. And I was like, what do you mean? And he goes, I hadn't seen you in so long. I know you're sober now because I watched your TikToks. But
Right.
he goes, I remember working at SoFi Stadium and you pulling up in your little beat up car with your bicycle, your BMX bicycle ratchet strapped to the top of it.
Yeah.
And we were parked so far in the parking lot, I didn't want to walk. So I would ride my bike while everybody was walking, you know, just being a complete goof.
Yeah.
Just looked like I was a twacked out idiot, you know. And then I parked it in the front of where they let us in. And then by the time we got cut and left, I was running around SoFi looking for my bike because I don't even remember where I parked it. And this guy just happened to bring that up. He's like, do I remember you running around like freaking out where your bike was? And you were just spun off, dude, in so many different directions. And so when I think about those kind of moments, I'm like, yeah, dude, I was out there. And they kind of maybe missed that fun part of Brian, but I sure as hell don't.
Good, man. That's good. That's good.
No.
Brian, do you think when you're looking back, is there something that substance abuse, that addiction was filling for you? Like what was the, we talked about calming your nervous system, but do you think there was a hole that it was filling?
Absolutely. And I don't know what that was because I've thought about this a lot. I came from a really amazing family. So much love, lots of support. I grew up in the church choir, the Wednesday night, Sunday morning, Sunday night, church camp. My grandfather was the deacon. My great grandmother played the piano and the organ in the church I grew up in. My grandma played the piano in the church I grew up in after she passed away. And so my dad wasn't always there because he was at work a lot, and him and I just really didn't get along because I didn't play sports. My brother got all that. And like I said, there was something that happened that day that I decided I wanted to be a rock star and I wanted a guitar. And my dad told me, it's a pipe dream and you'll never make it. That's seed,
not for you.
Yeah, that seed was planted right then and there to prove him wrong. So whether it was you know, I miss my dad because he was never here and I didn't have that. Maybe. I think to me it was more of a, I'm going to prove you wrong. Yeah.
Because that, I'm guessing, translates into I am worthy, Dad.
Yeah.
Exactly.
In those words.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I already had this little badass attitude, right? So tell me I can't do something.
You're right. Yeah.
I don't care
motivation to come in here.
Care what level it takes. I will prove you wrong. Now I don't look at life that way. I do what makes me happy, and I have a routine that I protect my peace and joy and my gratitude with. But back then, tell me I can't. I dare you.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, and so maybe in parts of ways did that fill that hole. But it was also fun.
Yeah.
Dude, I've had so many amazing fun adventures. You know, stories that I'll keep to myself right now. But I mean, I have partied with rock stars. That's
going to be a part 2, I think.
We'll do it on part 2, the After Dark version.
I know, right?
But
bonus.
You know, it got to a point where it was just the way of life.
Yeah.
There was, oh, Brian Blackman, yeah, no, that dude's doing something amazing. It was just, he goes to work whenever he has work, and the rest of the time he's, you know, partying. He's partying at work, and we can always count on Brian to show up with stuff, though. You need something called Brian,
right?
You know,
he's got you.
Yeah, that was, you know, that's just all I knew. I was always extremely resourceful.
So, what is your message to someone who currently is in a physical, emotional tent, who feels like they've run out of chances?
Your decisions that you're making now and the decisions you made yesterday are not the defining point of who you are.
Say that again.
The decisions you're making right now and the decisions you made yesterday, for one, the ones yesterday can't go back and be changed. So you're done with it. It's over.
Right.
That doesn't define you. I've been in that dark place. Don't ever let the dark forget that hope is still holding on to you. At the same time, I know that sounds maybe easier said than done. because once you get to a certain point that's so down on yourself and you've been beating yourself up for so many years, that becomes the way you know. It doesn't have to be drugs and alcohol.
Right. True. That's right.
It could be just you're so used to telling yourself you're not worthy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm too old now. I've got kids. I'm past that point.
Too much, too little, too
exactly.
Too. Yeah.
Right,
All of
right.
that stuff. And it's negative, chaotic chatter that you've just been putting in your brain and in your spirit for so long that that's all you know of yourself. But that's not truly who you are.
Right.
That's just a story you've been telling yourself. That doesn't define you. That's
exactly.
So that's real important for me to hopefully share that thought for just 1 second, that somebody can just sit down and take a personal inventory. I know that sounds very AA-ish, but it's so true. I get so excited and pumped up about thinking about different ways to look at your past is gone.
Yeah. True.
I don't care if you're the most devout Christian, God, Jesus loving person on the planet and are as close to perfect as you could possibly be.
Yeah.
He's not taking you back to yesterday.
Exactly.
Care how much you pray. Yesterday's gone. You can start making better decisions as of right now. But at the same time, you have to understand that you're worthy of having more positive outlooks and thoughts about yourself.
Right.
So yeah, don't let the darkness forget that there is still hope holding on to you.
Yeah. I hope you guys receive that. I really hope you guys receive that. That'll help a lot, you know. And putting it in that perspective helps a whole lot, you know. And I hope you guys that's watching is getting something from this. Also, Brian, you have a organization that you run your business. What is it? Organization, business?
I would just call it my new business, my new thing that I'm doing.
Crab Crew.
His new adventure.
My new adventure.
Yeah.
Crab Crew Life. Can
Yes,
you tell us a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. So I started after I got sober. It was 6 months into the whole thing. I was already making TikTok videos about Elain and I, and I just thought it was funny. You know, this old lady that you just don't know what she's going to say or do,
Right.
you know, and it started getting a little bit of traction. And then once I got sober, this video of her hosing those two guys off walking from the beach just overnight changed my life. It hit like 1 million views within 7 hours, maybe.
Oh, wow.
It just went crazy. And then the next one that I made went, and I think it's sitting at like 14 million right now. And my entire TikTok account just started.
But who's counting, bro?
Right.
Not me. I'm just throwing it out.
14,273,000.8
and climbing.
Right.
No, but yeah, I started getting these messages from some acquaintances, if you will, that kind of knew a little bit about my story and what I was going through. And so, I mean, you should start live streaming on TikTok. And I was like, I've already got a job where I work. I'll just keep making videos of Elain and I, because that was fun to me. It's still fun to me. I still love doing it. But one day I just had this idea. I was like, all right, let's just see what happens. And I didn't know what I was doing. I just grabbed my phone and I walked across the street to PCH, and I was sitting on this little concrete bench feeding the squirrels with like 7 people watching me. And I was like, hi. Oh, sorry. I was like, hey, you know, I'm Brian. And I just kept doing it. I just kept talking and sharing my story. So the Crab Crew part of it came, I don't know, a year or so later after me doing this day in and day out. It started building this community. And the same people were showing up, and it went from like 7 to 50 people to 100 people. And I was like, this is crazy. There's 100 people watching me right now.
Yeah.
And I started noticing the same names coming back. And I was like, man, what's going on? This is really cool. This is a lot of fun. And it was helping me get my creative energy and my creative flow and the music creation part of, I mean, I know it's not a music thing, but just that creativity out of me. And So one day, I've always started outside, like at the Huntington Beach Pier or the mall that's close by there, and I would stop at different places to get coffee and eat donuts and whatever. So my nighttime, when I would always be at the Huntington Beach Pier, the pavilion area, and so people send virtual gifts on TikTok, right? And they make your screen do all these fun things. This lady named Kari sent me this crab gift, and this crab dances on your head and it does these little peach things,
I've
right?
seen those,
And I had just yelled, "Oh, really, Kari? You gave me crabs right in front of everybody, right here on TikTok, and everybody's watching, knows I got crabs now." Well, it just turned into this funny thing, and next thing I know, people just kept sending me this crab gift, and I would yell out their name and just play with the whole thing. It became fun, right? And then that's where the crab socks right here came from, right? So I started getting all of these fun gifts from all over the world, man. All these crab gifts. I mean, crab blankets, custom t-shirts, keychains, towels, just socks, boxers, just all kinds of fun stuff. And so again, it was that moment of something was happening that I couldn't explain. And then I heard that voice again. It was kind of like, "Hey, pay attention." So I just started researching. I got online. I was like, "What is the significance of a crab? Like, what does a crab do?" And I found out that they're resilient. They're adaptive. And they can move in all kinds of different directions. And they can crawl themselves and claw themselves out of a dark hole.
Right.
And I started really thinking about how that resilience and that adaptability worked in my past. Like, I've been training for resilience and adaptability my whole life, right? But then in my sobriety, as I got sober, I had to learn a completely new Brian, which I'm still learning. I learn something new about myself every day, and that's part of the great experience about what I'm going through my life right now. But relating it to that adaptability of a crab and the resilience, and sometimes they can just stop, right, and breathe. And it's almost like they're able to understand that I'm going to get over this. And when I do, I'm going to look back and realize there was a reason why I was put here to do this. And I started really thinking about, well, I've had to become resilient and adaptive in a completely new world, in a completely new body and a new spirit, a new life, because that old Brian, not only did I not know anyway, he's gone. Right. So who is this guy that's coming forth? Right. And, it started, I just started getting fascinated with it, and it just started consuming my every thought. And I just got a piece of paper and a pen, and I just started writing everything that I had to do to not only get sober. What was that initial step? What do I do on a daily basis to stay sober, but not just stay sober? There's so much more to it than that. What did I have to do? And so I just kind of came up with the 4 pillars of what crab stands for. And so what did I have to do first? I had to get clean. But it wasn't just clean of drugs and alcohol. It was mind, body, and spirit. It was a cleansing. And then the resilience part fit perfect with the R. Right. When life hits, how are you going to bounce back? Right? Because it's going to hit you. Things are going, life is going to hit. There's no skating by it. It's going to happen. And then the adaptability was perfect for the A. But what I really was kind of looking at with the B, I was like, well, what else aligns with this whole moment? And I started thinking about that moment that when I heard those 4 words, "You are worth it." Remember, I believed it.
Exactly.
That was the foundation that the rest of it sits on top of. Because I had to really believe I was worth it.
Exactly.
Right. And then I had to clear out all that chaos and that negative self-talk and all the things that I've been telling myself in the way I was living for so long, the only things that I knew of Brian Blackman. And that's a daily reprieve. That's not something that happened overnight. It still goes on daily, sometimes minute by minute. You know, this is not I'm cured. This is this is something I take very seriously as far as daily disciplines. Because you can be in the middle of the ocean, right, and a storm hit. You can't control that storm, but you can always adjust your sail. 1%.
Mhm.
All you need,
1%
all you need.
can land
That's
you
exactly.
in either a
Mhm.
beautiful Hawaii or
True.
somewhere dark and
Mhm.
scary,
True,
you know.
true.
And then I started looking at it like a compound interest in my life,
Yeah.
right? Adjusting, being grateful for the simple little things that I have in life, the basics, the
Yeah,
roof
yeah,
over
yeah.
my head, shoes on my feet, clothes on my back, food on my stomach.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of where the framework of it all started. And then I just got on my computer, man, and I just started writing and typing everything that I do on a daily basis. And I started figuring out that, man, I've got a pretty strict routine that I do on a daily basis,
yeah.
man.
Oh, yeah.
From the moment that I wake up into the way that I go to sleep
Sleep.
at night is they're non-negotiable things that I do. And so I just started, what I started realizing was by doing what I was doing and this family, it's not even a community anymore. It's turned into the Crab Crew family. That's what we
Yeah.
started calling
That's
ourselves.
what's up. Yeah.
And I watch the Discord and even my TikTok live streams. Kendra Tucker can come in and say, man, I'm really struggling today.
Yeah.
And 20, 30 people will just, oh my God, what's up? We're here for you. What are you doing?
What's wrong?
You know,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
all right.
yeah.
We're here for you. Let me know. Message me.
Very good support system. Yeah.
Watching that go down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Watching that go down proves to me that this is something greater than just me being
Yes,
on
you.
camera
True.
and sharing my story. You know, this is other people that would have never met each other, that I would have never even talked
Right.
to had this moment not happened. And it's I'm just so grateful and just proud of it, you know, and proud of myself. But at the same time, I had to drop, you know, those friends, those people, those places to be able to seclude myself in a different kind of seclusion to grow and to better myself on a daily basis. So I started putting down this 6-week transformation course. I don't call it a course, it's a transformation experience, because AA's got 12 rules, and if you don't adhere to them, supposedly you're going to relapse, and now you've got to come back and they're going to prove you wrong. I don't work well that way.
Right.
Prison has these certain rules, and if you don't live by them, you know, you're going to be back.
True.
You will.
Yeah.
And then the rehabs have their own way of doing things as well. And if you don't do it their way, you're probably going to relapse. Well, I have a problem with that.
Yeah.
There are many different roads to Oz.
True.
So what works for me may not work for the next person.
Yes.
And that's okay. That's fine. But it's not rules, they're disciplines.
Right.
They're a better way to wake up and start your first hour of your day.
True.
There are things that you can think about and do throughout your day to stay in the present instead of thinking about the future or worrying about the past. One creates anxiety, the other one creates depression. You can't go back and change the other one, and you're not guaranteed the next one.
Right.
So when I really started in my heart, like thinking about, man, what is it that you do to stay not sober, but just happy and joyful and staying in the present? Because what's a present? It's a gift. It's a gift. And so I came up with this 6-week course, transformation experience that I just want to share with people to let them know that there's a way to become a better version of yourself. And it's not overnight, but if you want it bad enough.
Now, how do people see that course? Is that the one with Crab Crew?
Yeah, it's on Crab Crew, crabcrewlife.com. And yeah, you can, it's got all my social media there at the bottom. And
as y'all see it there at the bottom of the screen. Y'all see that?
It's scrolling right there. Look how cool that
is. Real quick before we go along, Heather, we always have our listeners. We talk about it. We talk to our listeners. She said that is so profound. Don't let the darkness hold you so tight that you don't see the light. Paraphrase it, but it speaks volume. It speaks volume. Thank you, Heather. We appreciate you,
Heather.
Yes. Then she says, CRAB, fantastic. I don't know you, but I am so proud of you. Keep going because you are the testimony.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Gotta get some.
You gotta get some noise in.
You know what I'm saying? Gotta get some love, man.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean? That's exactly the response that I love, even doing this, and then having a guest like you on this show is those type of responses, letting people see and have other outlets to heal,
Right.
in some sense, in some kind of way, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? And that's kind of like what we do here, we try to anyway, At least
I
I
think
try
we do
to.
okay. I think
Yeah.
you're all right.
I'll be doing it. You don't be doing
I don't be
No,
doing
just
nothing.
kidding,
I'm just sitting here
kidding.
looking
You're
cute.
over here looking
I'm just
good.
kidding. I know, right? I'm just kidding. No, she's the girl. She's the one.
Yeah, she's got a good radiant vibe coming off of her, so I
for
feel
sure.
I'm comfortable right here. I love it.
Gosh.
I'm the jack up.
A little yin and yang
I'm
going
the-
on here.
Yeah, you gotta have a little bit of
I'm
both,
the
right?
jack up in here.
It's all good.
It's all in that balance.
It's all good.
So tell us, Brian, what's for you next, man? What's coming up with you as far as even with the crab crew? Crab crew. Is there anything that's
Right now, in all honesty, it is wherever the road
Yeah,
takes
When you
me.
get the next message.
That's exactly what it is. That's
Mhm.
exactly what it is. I did have to step away from the live streams a little bit.
Mhm, mhm.
My other jobs
Mhm.
presented themselves, and it's just that time of the season where I can go do that. And it got to a point where I was doing it for 5 or 6 hours a day, live streaming,
Oh,
and
wow.
and I love it.
Yeah.
I love it so much. Like it helps me more than I think that the followers even truly understand what it really does for me. But I started realizing that I was living life through a screen, and for me, I kind of had to step away
Mhm.
a little bit and kind of redirect my focus and
Mhm.
see life through my own screen for a minute. So I'm just now kind of getting back into the daily live streams. But what's next? I don't know. I'm not sure. I know what the goal is.
Yeah.
How I'm going to get there.
Has
That's
some
not
of this
up to me.
Is it
attention
the
though?
Lamborghini?
The Lamborghini.
I speak in manifestation terms.
What color?
I literally white,
Okay.
black rims, black leather interior, white stitching, SVJ.
Hey.
Maybe some crabs on the inside.
Open the
Well,
door
yeah.
instead of saying Lamborghini, it's got
Say
crabs
crabs.
right there. Yes,
Hey.
absolutely.
I sell cars, so
Yeah, he can make it happen for you.
So let's talk
I
after
might
the
get
show,
some.
baby.
Yeah, you never know, man. We get Lamborghinis at our store too. But yeah, man. I mean, does any of this though kind of like at one time was it get it overwhelming for you?
Yes.
With the attention that you've gotten behind, especially when you was getting like millions of views and stuff like that. That's just kind of like
14.3.6921.
excuse me.
and a half.
Exact number. Thank you.
I'm tracking for you.
Thank you for keeping up with us. It did. It's exciting.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. It's exciting. But when we were talking about that earlier, taking the good with the bad,
Mhm.
it's that balance. And I will say this. This was kind of funny. Like when everything started happening, I remember like thinking, "Oh my God, Lamborghini! I can quit my job, mansion."
Mhm.
Because you see people on Instagram and TikTok or YouTube, and then they've done well for themselves,
Mhm.
and they show their life through filters a
Mhm.
lot of times. Not
True.
everybody, not
No,
everybody,
a lot of them,
but there's a lot of them.
Mhm.
And so I remember thinking, like calling my mom, going, "I made it." I made it. Thinking that the next day, but that's not always the way that it happens. I started being able to make money on the videos, because TikTok does.
Of course.
But people think that it's millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I've got news for you.
Got your Starbucks today, though, didn't it?
It did.
Okay, so
It did.
you're good.
Actually, it either did that. You know what it did? Tonight did
Yeah.
absolutely about my Starbucks.
Yeah.
And my blueberry muffin.
There you go.
There you go. There you go.
Win-win.
But even with that, I mean, I think when you have a bigger purpose or a better purpose than thinking about, what it's gonna bring, the money it's gonna bring, the attention it's gonna bring you,
Yeah, I
all
do.
that type of stuff. I think basically from hearing those words or what you've heard, has basically humbled you to, understand that it's not about that. It's not you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like it kind of put the brakes on, because I can understand, like I've been at a point where, heck, when I got on the TV show or whatever, I'm thinking like, oh shit, I'd have made it. You know what I'm saying? But then it's like my purpose is probably something else as well as that, you know what I mean? And
Exactly.
basically, like I'm doing now. This is, as opposed to the acting or whatever. So sometimes when you actually have or hear those voices, as you were saying, and understand that it wasn't just you. It wasn't just about you. So basically, it also triggered that mindset of might be my purpose to do not only just for me, but to be able to help others, or whatever, and not worry about long like at least for me, I would be like, as long as I can eat, drink, and put clothes
Water.
on my back, drink water. Well, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, making sure we're
put
clear
clothes
here.
put clothes on my back. I know,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That I'm good.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I can drive, I can do it, I'm good,
Right.
and things come in a better way, in a more humbling way. And not to say you ain't gonna get there, because you can still get there.
Right.
It's just you're more humbled, and more people are looking at you and looking more up to you, because it's not just about the money.
Right.
It ain't about money at all, really.
Well, it's a funny thing about money, right? Because it comes and it goes. It's nice to have,
right.
but it comes and it goes.
I've never seen a moving truck or a U-Haul behind a hearse.
That part. Exactly. You can't take it with you.
Money is great to have, and being able to take care of yourself and your family and your needs and your wants. I don't look at life like that anymore. That's not my mindset. Even if I may think, oh my God, I need money for this bill that's coming up, I don't think like that anymore.
Right.
I have every single thing I could ever want and ever need in here.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Amen.
Needs are always met. May not be on your time, may not be the way that you envisioned it.
Yep.
And that's part of the process that I've really worked hard on looking at myself. Like, so I love making people laugh. I love making people stop, and if they get off one of my live streams, or they get done watching for 30 minutes or the 2 hours that I'm on, or they watch one of my videos and they literally stop. Example, you get caught doom scrolling for an hour. Yeah. Right, and you may look up at yourself and go, gosh dang it, what the hell have I done for the last hour?
Exactly.
And you kind of get there almost like this ick feeling.
Yeah.
If you get off of one of my lives or watch one of my videos, and for 1 second you think, man, I hadn't laughed that hard all day long, that dude just cracks me up.
Right.
Or you think, man, I never looked at my life from that perspective before. Maybe I need to take some breaths and maybe kind of look at my own life for a second. That, to me, that can't be. There's no Lamborghini that can drive that fast.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. Absolutely.
So having, a purpose, and wherever that takes me,
right. You're happy. That's right.
Dude,
that's it.
I can have one of my favorite things that I've heard over the last couple of years. I don't remember where I heard it or who I heard it from, but it just hit me like a ton of bricks. You can have a dream, right? You can picture it, you can taste it, you can smell it, you can feel that dream, and you can see it in your brain, you can imagine it, and get every sensory going, right? But if God allows you to see that and envision it, that's all you're going to get shown. Reason why is because if he was to show you the entire path that it's going to take you to get there, 99.9% of the people would say, no way. Betrayal, hatred, sadness, loss, funerals, this. No, I'm quite comfortable where I'm at. That sounded fun. That looked great, but you know what? I'll stay right where I'm at.
Exactly.
I can't. I'm ready to go through whatever, because to me, that vision that I have in my head, it comes from a place of drive and determination, and to help people understand that, man, we're only here for a certain amount of time.
Exactly.
and I'll be damned if I'm going to let somebody, someplace, or something come between my joy and my peace.
Exactly.
Right. And so if I can put myself in a position to make somebody or to help somebody else guide their own life and wake up and go, okay, I can do this. I got this. I am taking control of it today, starting right now.
That's what's up. Yes.
That wherever that takes me is where I will go.
Sounds like a good place.
Yeah. If it's windy, it's windy.
It probably will be.
Yeah. And it's going to be
There's no straight
hills and
anywhere.
valleys. And,
that time went fast, man. We went fast.
It always does.
I know Melody Springs. We are so proud of you and proud to be a part of the Crab Crew. That's what's up. That's what.
Thank you, Melody. I'm grateful for you too. Thank you so much.
Oh man, if you got anything else, because
well, I know
we need a part 2. We always need
of everything in 3 or 4, 17.
I'll keep coming back. We can talk about whatever. I don't care.
Yes, I mean, it's so good. Well, I really appreciate you coming and spending this time with us. I really do. And I think, there's something that you said that I like to share with people is that, when we're tiny little babies brought into this world, we are 100% worthy. Everything else is learned and programmed.
Absolutely.
Which means you can reprogram. We can relearn, right?
Absolutely.
And so in that moment, if we can go back to that, like when I was a baby, I was 100% worthy. Everything else is just stuff around me that's made me feel not so.
Right.
Sometimes we can get back to finding our ways.
And let's break that down one other step.
Let's do it, Brian.
If you can think negative,
you can think positive.
You can think positive.
Yes.
And another thing that's interesting about the child, like that. Do you remember when you were a kid and you would just run and play and pretend and dress up and play cops and robbers or whatever girls do? I don't know. But,
that we play cops and robbers.
That imagination. You didn't care what somebody looked at you and thought.
No, not at all.
Living in that kind of creative, innocent belief that anything is possible, is something to really be looked at and thought about. And I think that's where a lot of as soon as that go live button hits, man, I kind of go to that place. It's all whatever happens, exactly. and that, that also is a place where you can build and create.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we are here. If God created us, then wouldn't it be worthy to create ourselves?
Exactly. Yes, sir. With that said,
we're buttoning it up.
Yes, ma'am. With that said, that's gonna we're gonna definitely have to do a part 2. I know Brian, he came a long way to be here with us, man. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you for having me.
Man, if you in the neighborhood again, I know it's
the neighborhood of Canoga Park.
Yeah, you're in the neighborhood.
Yeah, just swing on by.
Yeah, just swing on by, man.
This is
you might feel like you want to ride your bike for a couple of hours, a few hours. Just
absolutely
go along the Pacific Coast and then kind of come the highway.
Yeah, because that's so convenient.
So convenient. This is the last place that I lived in, before I moved to HB. I went from
and there
Venice.
was a reason why he left.
We'll leave that for another time. Right. But I went from Dallas to Venice, Santa Monica, Culver City, Woodland Hills, Canoga Park, and then to HB.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Been in HB ever since.
Well, you're upgrading.
So you learn Cali. Nice. You don't learn Cali.
I've kind of done a little tour.
Yeah, I had to learn about Uber, but you learned it, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, once again, like I said, we appreciate you coming by. And anytime, and even if you have, someone else that you want to bring on, or anything that you want, sometimes even do remote. You know what I mean? If I have a guest on remote or whatever,
it's not as fun for us.
This is way more fun.
Yeah. Remote is not as fun.
I can definitely drive back out here. That doesn't bother me.
Cool. So
thank you guys for having me.
We'll make that happen, man. And so also, you guys, if you guys are watching. What you mean? Y'all are watching.
Yes, all of
while you guys are watching. Go to crabcrewlife.com and support. All right, go to craftscrewlife.com and support. You see it scrolling at the bottom there, whatever. Just go on in there and just give your support and show my man Brian some love. All right, we appreciate you. That's going to do it. Yeah, anything before we get out of here?
I think
Coach,
it's a winner.
Coach G is in the house. Yes.
So at least I've talked the entire
I know.
I know. What do you think about this?
No.
Like, it's weird,
Guys,
right?
It wasn't about you today. It was about Brian.
It's always about me, but I let Brian take the show.
I thought your questions were great, though.
See where we go.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Again, it's the yin and the yang. You got to have that.
Exactly.
You should keep you on your toes.
Exactly. That's what's going to do it for us, man. We'll see y'all next week at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And don't forget,
Like, share, subscribe.
Well, that part too.
Oh,
Yeah. But anyway, remember,
Oh,
if they talking about you behind your back, they behind you for a reason. Peace. And we're out of
Later.
here.
Bye.